That's just why they chopped those noses off of the Pharaoh and the Sphinx in Egypt in the first place, is because...
Katt Williams is dropping hidden knowledge again. He's one of the few who gives us a peek behind the curtain, where real knowledge is kept from the many and shared with only a few. The insights he shares in this video are definitely eye-opening. Wow, truly mind-blowing.
It doesn't matter because everybody in Egypt knew it. None of those people are saying, hey, I came up with this. The more you know, the more you know how little you know.
The more you know how little you know. This hits especially hard after watching the entire video. Katt dives into depths that might just scare you, realizing that if what he's saying is indeed true, then it's time for us to start making some changes. Let's dive in.
None of those people, none of them picked a bad place ever. That's when you understand that there's a grid. Yeah. Because nobody's holy people pick bad spots. No. Everybody understood certain things about the area, and long before they had x-ray machines. And if you just went by that in the whole world, you would start to understand like the true power of the Vatican and the fact that certain things are based on real shit.
Now, hold on, because what he's about to reveal barely scratches the surface, yet it'll start to make sense. The Vatican, much like the pyramids, isn't just randomly placed. It's a breathtaking site, rich with symbolism and secrets hidden in plain sight, which many of you might already recognize. But did you know that what's visible to us is merely the tip of the iceberg? The specific location of the Vatican is no mere coincidence. Now, think, what other iconic place was deliberately situated and is even more famous than the Vatican?
Do you think Beverly Hills was, I think this was an area they built on purpose? Yeah. Was. Hollywood is not really there to entertain you. Like, that's great that that happens, but...
If you think about it, Los Angeles is a curious name, translating to the angels in English, which already sets a mystical tone. Then there's Hollywood, a name that really makes you think when you break it down. Holly and wood. Jordan Maxwell often discussed this, explaining that the name derives from the Druids who used a piece of wood from a holly tree to make their scepters. While I'm not saying it's outright magic, when you consider what Hollywood does, how it alters perceptions, changes beliefs, and sets trends through our TVs and movies, it all starts to make a strange kind of sense.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody's telling any crazy stories, my man. Not globally. Yeah. A lot of times it turns out that they were right, that no, we couldn't have told people this because, yeah, they would have went and this would have happened and that would have happened. And you can start to see that.
If you listen closely to the podcast, you'll notice how reserved Katt Williams is. He seems eager to share more but chooses his words carefully, aware of the potential impact. But the part that follows is absolutely jaw-dropping. You sense he's telling the truth, yet you might still find yourself searching for explanations to make it all seem less extreme. But what if? What if it really is as wild as it sounds? What if he's exactly right about what he's saying? Let's listen to Katt.
You don't care how people feel about the ritual. It's about does following the ritual work. You can fool yourself into thinking there isn't one, but the evidence will be clear. So like when I be like, oh, these guys are wearing dresses. And everybody's like, oh, he keeps talking about people wearing dresses. No, it's not.
That is a weird thing.
It's not like that. Look at it from a different way. Show me one person that ever wore a dress in Hollywood unsuccessfully. That's how you understand what a ritual is. So 20 years ago, I knew that it was going to be a thing. It wasn't because I understood that the earliest I had seen that word was Baphomet, the gender. And so I knew that in the ritual of Baphomet, the gender, to show allegiance to him, you had to kiss his.
Really?
And it said both of those things. So I knew that both of those things would become popular in the future. And that somehow calling people the goat would be normalized over the sheep being always the most popular reference.
I warned you this might get a bit wild, but think about it. You've seen it on TV all the time. Remember Dave Chappelle's incident with the dress? Here it is for those who aren't familiar.
I mean, I'm a conspiracy theorist to a degree. Like, when I connect dots that maybe shouldn't be connected, I don't know. But certain dots, like when I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers gotta wear a dress. This happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin. Yeah. The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here.
And let's not forget about Kevin Hart.
Dave Chappelle, another great comedian, said that, you know, in the industry, they tried to make him wear a dress. Have you ever ran into that with scripts? And is that something that, you know, you wouldn't do, you know, for...
I definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you know, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross.
There are more discussions like these, so there must be some truth there, right? Now, the part about the ritual and Baphomet really scares me. If there's any truth to this, we are screwed. Big thanks to Katt Williams for daring to voice these truths. We're about to dive into the chopped noses part. But first, let's hear what Katt has to say to Joe about the Illuminati.
That's why I can speak with impunity about the Illuminati, because I know who you would have to be in order for what I'm saying to bother you, number one.
Right.
Number two, I know your big secret. I know that you're not the Illuminati, I am. So, you can't be illuminated. You're too dark. But the difficulty is getting people to believe something that they don't want to believe. And in each of these cases, this is where the money is.
Katt speaks in a way that's both intelligent and cryptic, targeting those in the audience who have already gone down the rabbit hole and grasped the deeper meanings of his words. Tyrese Gibson even called Katt Williams a prophet.
Katt Williams. Jesus. Did he break the internet? Oh, God. You know what his name is to me? His name is Prophet William. Prophet Katt Williams. We have gotten so used to the lie. The truth is uncomfortable. We live in a world right now where you fell in love with David Copperfield. You fell in love with the smoke. You have fell in love with who people appear to be. They don't want you to see the truth. They don't want to expose what's actually being said, what's actually being done, what's actually going on.
Indicating that many support him, though they might be too fearful to speak out due to the potential of losing everything. Here comes the part where he explains why all the Pharaoh statues have their noses chopped off. Again, it makes you think.
You probably wonder, why do white people pay so much attention to black people if they don't like them? You would think if you didn't like something, why would you be paying attention to it? I don't pay attention to things I don't like. The liar knows what lie he told. You see what I'm saying? So even if I made it deceitful and I made you think that the answer is over here, but the answer is really over here, I'm still gonna be looking over here. Me, the one that tricked, because I know this is the right answer. Black people have lost their identity, but our oppressors have not lost our identity. That's just why they chopped those noses off of the Pharaoh and the Sphinx in Egypt in the first place, is because without this nose, we can tell you this is whoever it is. But with that nose, it can only be. Why would somebody vandalize a whole face and only vandalize one part? Nobody wanted to knock an eye off or take an ear off or no chins missing. No, just the nose. Because it's a brand.
If you take a close look at the statues' faces, you can start to see the similarities Katt is talking about. Who knows? We live in an era where it's hard to know what to believe anymore, what's real and what isn't. We often just accept what the so-called experts, like major historians or scientists, tell us without a second thought. But I think it's healthy to have your beliefs challenged sometimes. I really admire Katt for what he stands for. We definitely need more people like him. However, it's not all doom and gloom. Watch how Katt wraps things up on a positive note.
That's why angels and devils freak me out. Because no one wants to believe that there's a Satan, that there's a devil.
You mean a bad and a good?
Yeah, not just a bad and a good, but an actual evil, malevolent force.
No, just start with bad
Okay,
and good.
yes, bad and
okay,
good,
so
yeah.
if we started bad and good, then we understand what must be at the extremes of that.
Right.
Nobody's telling a different story. The fact that there is a God is the biggest conversation worldwide, but the truth of the matter is there is more reason for you to believe there is a God than there is for you to not. You have to understand that this thing serves no other purpose than to bring pleasure to this small group of beings.
Right.
And the fact that it already was set up to do that, the fact that it was already set up on this planet for there to be medicines for us to find and to utilize. And you see what I'm saying? It's like, it's not like, oh, yeah, so he made a cow. No, to make a cow, it means you had to also have made grass. And it means you would have had to have invented a whole new eating system for this animal, which was cud. And that means you would then have to have given him 3 stomachs.
In a world brimming with information yet starved for wisdom, Katt's insights are a beacon for those seeking truth in the shadows of mainstream narratives.
It's not really about knowing anything, it's about where to go to get the information.
He's unlocking ancient secrets and dropping knowledge bombs that will leave you stunned.
Even Tesla says that this is where he came to get the information.
From Nikola Tesla and where he took his knowledge from, to the mysterious device the Anunnaki wear on their wrists, to the real purpose of the pyramids and hidden technologies.
People were coming to this region for their information and their knowledge and their things that were forbidden, and these were the highest of human civilization.
Let's dive in and uncover what Katt has to share.
Holy sh**.
Is this weed talk, Joseph?
No, this is so legit.
Katt Williams makes a compelling argument about the true sources of ancient wisdom, suggesting that the ruins of temples and churches were not merely places of worship, but pivotal centers of education and knowledge transmission.
If you were to read like thousands of books about people that knew a bunch of like you start finding out that it's not really about knowing anything, it's about where to go to get the information. So like when we look at all the ruins all around the world, like we're not seeing ruins of colleges and universities and all of that. We're seeing temples and synagogues and churches.
Historical research supports this view, as many ancient temples around the world, such as the Library of Ashurbanipal in Mesopotamia or the House of Life in ancient Egypt, were indeed centers of learning, storing vast collections of texts and serving as educational hubs where knowledge on various subjects, including agriculture and astronomy, was imparted. Yet, this brings us to a deeper, more enigmatic question. Where did this information originate? Indeed, priests and scholars of ancient times passed their knowledge on to others. But who were the original custodians of this wisdom? Who were the first teachers? This question probes the very roots of human understanding and civilization. Ancient myths often attribute this knowledge to divine sources or celestial beings. Consider the Sumerians, who credited their knowledge to the god Enki, or the Egyptians to Thoth, the god of wisdom and writing. These figures are portrayed not merely as deities, but as pioneers of knowledge, who handed down essential information that formed the basis of these advanced societies. Such narratives, while steeped in mythology, may symbolize early humans' attempts to explain the acquisition of complex ideas and technologies that seemed beyond the reach of ordinary human ingenuity at the time.
100% of the writings across the world, whoever said anything about space or the universe or what was out there, why were all of them correct? It's not even possible. Like, how did they know that Mars was the red planet, and why was it a worldwide fact? Planetarily, that Saturn had rings, like, based upon what information? Because nobody worldwide is disagreeing.
Expanding on Katt's observations about cosmology, it's fascinating to consider the astronomical accuracy of ancient civilizations. For instance, the Dogon people of Mali have long been known for their detailed astronomical understanding, which includes knowledge of the Sirius star system that is remarkably precise. Scholars have debated how such precise knowledge could have been obtained without advanced technology. This aligns with Katt's suggestion that such detailed cosmic knowledge might have been imparted by advanced beings or through means not yet fully understood by modern science. Moreover, Katt points out the global consistency in ancient knowledge about planets like Mars and Saturn. This observation can be linked to ancient texts and artifacts. For example, the Sumerians, known as one of the first advanced civilizations, depicted planets in a way that remarkably aligns with modern astronomical data. The Babylonians, who inherited and expanded on Sumerian knowledge, had a sophisticated system of astronomy and could predict celestial events with great accuracy. These instances could suggest that ancient civilizations had access to a now lost compendium of astronomical knowledge. Or perhaps, as Katt implies, they were beneficiaries of knowledge from extraterrestrial visitors. This brings us to an intriguing theory supported by numerous proponents of the ancient astronaut theory, that knowledge of such precision and depth suggests a possible transmission from advanced, non-human sources. This theory, while controversial, is bolstered by the uncanny alignment of ancient knowledge with modern scientific findings. Let's get back to Katt Williams and try to understand where he wants to take us.
Even Tesla says that this is where he came to get the information. But if you follow that information pathway, it leads you to this character called Thoth. And the emerald tablets of Thoth are literally mind-changing and mind-blowing.
The discussion between Katt Williams and Joe Rogan touches upon the intriguing and mystical emerald tablet, attributed to Hermes Trismegistus, a legendary figure blending aspects of the Greek god Hermes and the Egyptian god Thoth. The Emerald Tablet, also known as the Tabula Smaragdina, is a compact, cryptic text highly regarded in the fields of alchemy and Hermetic philosophy. The Emerald Tablet, also known by its more arcane name, the Tabula Smaragdina, is not just any ancient document. It is a portal to profound truths and alchemical secrets. The origins of this compact and cryptic text are veiled in the mists of time, with the first known appearances in Arabic sources from the 8th or 9th century. Yet, its influence rippled through the centuries, captivating the minds of European alchemists during the medieval period when it was translated into Latin. The tablet's opening line, "As above, so below," resonates with an otherworldly wisdom, suggesting a deep correspondence between the heavens and the earth, the macrocosm and the microcosm. This principle of correspondence implies that by understanding the small, we can grasp the mysteries of the large, and vice versa. It beckons us to see the universe as a vast, interconnected web where each part reflects the whole. The content of the Emerald Tablet is a series of arcane aphorisms that hint at the processes of transformation and the unity of all existence. It speaks of the one thing, the primal substance from which all things emanate and to which all things return. This one thing is described as having the power to perfect the imperfect and transform the base into the sublime, a core tenet of alchemical practice. One of the more tantalizing passages reads, "Its father is the sun, its mother the moon. The wind carries it in its belly. Its nurse is the earth." This allegorical language suggests a cosmic process involving celestial and terrestrial forces, a dance of elements that leads to the creation and transformation of matter. For alchemists, this was not merely about turning lead into gold, but about achieving spiritual enlightenment and unity with the divine. Katt Williams mentions the fascination that even Nikola Tesla, the visionary inventor, had with such esoteric texts. The idea that Tesla might have drawn inspiration from these hidden sources only adds to the tablet's allure. It hints at a wellspring of advanced knowledge, couched in metaphor and symbol, accessible only to those who can decode its secrets. The Emerald Tablet is part of a larger body of work known as the Hermetica. These texts are divided into two main groups: the Technical Hermetica, encompassing writings on astrology, alchemy, and magic, and the Religio-Philosophical Hermetica, which delves into mystical and philosophical discourses. Together, they form the foundation of Hermeticism, a tradition that has influenced countless esoteric and mystical schools of thought. The tablet's mysterious power lies in its ability to inspire endless interpretation and speculation. It suggests a hidden path to knowledge, a secret alchemical process that can transform the seeker both materially and spiritually. For those drawn to the occult and the mystical, the Emerald Tablet is a cipher waiting to be unraveled, promising profound insights and perhaps enlightenment.
It's given in first person, and that's not possible. The things that are being said are impossible. Enough time has passed, though, that it's not like that. He literally says, hey, there's a spaceship on Earth, and this is where it is.
Ever wondered what that necklace Katt Williams was wearing in all those super viral interviews actually signifies? It's not just a striking piece of jewelry. It holds a secret that ties back to ancient and mysterious origins. Katt Williams, in a moment of revelation, shared with Joe Rogan the fascinating story behind his unique necklace, dispelling common assumptions and diving into the realms of ancient lore and forgotten technologies.
This is that thing that you see that all the Anunnaki guys that have that look like a wristwatch, and they always have it, and you're always trying to see what that is.
Yeah, what is that?
It is it's a compass. It's a time-keeping compass.
As Katt Williams and Joe Rogan peel back the layers of ancient mysteries, we are drawn further into the enigmatic world of the Anunnaki and their astonishing technologies. The Anunnaki, often depicted in ancient Mesopotamian carvings, are shrouded in intrigue. These deities, revered by the Sumerians, Akkadians, and Babylonians, were said to have descended from the heavens, bringing with them unparalleled knowledge and advanced technologies. One of the most perplexing aspects of Anunnaki depictions is the enigmatic watch device frequently seen on their wrists. Scholars and enthusiasts alike have puzzled over this artifact, trying to decipher its true purpose. Was it merely symbolic, or did it serve a functional role far beyond our current understanding? Katt Williams suggests that this device was a timekeeping compass, a tool that combined the functions of a clock and a navigation instrument. Imagine possessing the ability to measure time precisely, while simultaneously navigating the vast landscapes with perfect accuracy. Such a device would have granted its bearer immense power and control, allowing them to traverse great distances and return unerringly. The Anunnaki themselves are cloaked in mystery. Ancient texts describe them as godlike beings who bestowed civilization upon humanity. They are credited with teaching the Sumerians advanced agricultural techniques, astronomy, mathematics, and even law. But who were they really? Some theories propose that the Anunnaki were extraterrestrial visitors, beings from another world who brought their advanced knowledge to Earth. Others suggest they were highly advanced humans or demigods, their wisdom and technology remnants of a lost epoch. Numerous ancient artifacts support the existence of the Anunnaki and their technologies. Clay tablets, cylinder seals, and carvings depict these beings with remarkable consistency. The watch device is one of the most intriguing elements, appearing in various forms and contexts. Could this device have been a gift from the gods, a tool that enabled its users to manipulate time and space? Consider the ancient Sumerian king list, a chronicle that lists kings who reigned for impossibly long periods, spanning thousands of years. Some interpret this as evidence of the Anunnaki's influence, suggesting that these kings were, in fact, Anunnaki rulers who possessed longevity through advanced technology or knowledge. Katt Williams' necklace serves as a modern homage to these ancient devices, symbolizing a bridge between the past and present. It hints at the possibility that humanity's understanding of time and space is still evolving, and that ancient civilizations may have possessed knowledge that we are only beginning to rediscover. Theories about the Anunnaki and their technologies continue to captivate the imagination. Some researchers believe that remnants of this advanced knowledge can be found in sacred geometry, pyramids, and other ancient structures. These monuments, with their precise alignments and sophisticated construction, suggest a deeper understanding of the cosmos. What if the stories of the Anunnaki are not mere myths, but remnants of a forgotten history? What if their technologies, like the timekeeping compass, hold the key to unlocking new dimensions of understanding? But then, the
the conversation takes a surprising turn, diving directly into the mysteries of the pyramids of Egypt. Watch what Katt has to say next. It will make you wonder.
No people built the pyramids.
No people?
No.
Who built them?
No people built the pyramids. And if you look around the world, you see certain telltale things that let you know that advanced machinery was in usage. This whole thing where slaves are stronger people is a fallacy. We like to believe that slaves are stronger. Slaves are weaker because they don't eat the right food and they live a terrible life.
Katt Williams' claim that no ordinary people built the pyramids opens the door to a world of ancient wonders and advanced technologies. His assertion challenges the traditional narrative, urging us to reconsider the capabilities and conditions of ancient builders. The idea that slaves, often believed to be the primary labor force behind these colossal structures, were actually weaker due to poor living conditions, adds another layer of complexity to this ancient mystery. Katt's statement about advanced machinery being used in ancient times is both provocative and thought-provoking. If we look around the world, from the pyramids of Giza to the temples of Pumapunku in Bolivia, we see evidence of precision cutting and moving of massive stones that modern technology would struggle to replicate. The exacting measurements and alignments found in these structures suggest the use of sophisticated tools and knowledge. Consider the intricate stonework of Pumapunku, where massive blocks of stone are cut with such precision that they fit together seamlessly without mortar. Similarly, the Great Pyramid's construction, with its enormous blocks of limestone and granite, some weighing up to 80 tons, challenges our understanding of ancient engineering. How were these stones quarried, transported, and assembled with such accuracy? The answer might lie in the forgotten technologies and wisdom of ancient civilizations. The conversation takes an even more intriguing turn as Katt explains.
We've been led to believe that this is how much they worshipped their dead bodies. But the evidence doesn't show any of that. Like when you see inside, when they have those intricate carvings and paintings and stuff in gold and stuff, you have to remember this is in a windowless room, folks. There's no candle soot. There's no... It's clearly a power plant and built specifically for that location on this planet.
This statement invites us to reconsider the purpose of the pyramids. Traditionally viewed as monumental tombs, the lack of soot on the walls in windowless rooms indicates that the ancient Egyptians did not use conventional lighting methods such as torches or candles. This raises the question, how did they illuminate these intricate interiors? Katt's suggestion that the pyramids functioned as power plants offers a tantalizing alternative. Katt continues.
What do you think it was powered by?
The hot water springs underneath it.
The concept of using hot water springs as an energy source for the pyramids hints at an advanced understanding of geothermal energy. This idea aligns with theories suggesting that the pyramids were built with a specific knowledge of Earth's natural energy grid, possibly utilized to generate power. The intricately carved hieroglyphs and paintings inside the pyramids, created without any visible means of lighting, further support the notion of advanced technology. The precise and complex nature of these carvings implies that the ancient Egyptians had access to light sources far beyond our understanding. This leads us back to the Anunnaki and their supposed advanced technologies. If the Anunnaki did share their knowledge with early humans, it is conceivable that such knowledge included the use of advanced machinery. The watch device, a timekeeping compass, hints at a level of technological sophistication that could extend to construction methods and tools. The Anunnaki, known for their supposed mastery over time and space, might have also imparted techniques for manipulating massive stones and achieving precise alignments. The notion of advanced machinery is not limited to Egypt. Around the world, ancient sites exhibit signs of high technology. The stone structures of Easter Island, the megalithic temples of Malta, and the intricate carvings of Angkor Wat all point to a global phenomenon. Could it be that a shared, advanced knowledge once existed, only to be lost or hidden over the millennia? These enigmatic sites, scattered across the globe, challenge the conventional understanding of our ancestors' capabilities.
Katt Williams' insights compels us to re-examine historical narratives. If slaves, weakened by harsh conditions, were not the primary builders, then who were? Skilled artisans and laborers with access to advanced knowledge and tools? Or perhaps a more enigmatic answer lies in the involvement of beings like the Anunnaki, whose influence and technologies remain a subject of speculation and wonder. In conclusion, whether we're exploring the Anunnaki, the pyramids, or any of the countless ancient mysteries and hidden technologies, one thing is crystal clear: everything stems from a deeper source. Be it the vast expanse of the universe, or an intelligence beyond our comprehension, something profound underlies our reality and breathes life into it all. I call this source God. Throughout history, across different cultures and civilizations, humanity has been in a relentless pursuit of something greater. This quest for understanding, inscribed in our very essence, unites us all. Ultimately, all these paths, no matter how diverse or ancient, lead us to the realization of God, the ultimate source of all knowledge and existence.
No people built the pyramid. And if you look around the world, you see certain telltale things that let you know that advanced machinery was in usage. This whole thing where slaves are stronger people is a fallacy. We like to believe that slaves are stronger. Slaves are weaker because they don't eat the right food and they live a terrible life. Even Tesla says that this is where he came to get the information. But if you follow that information pathway, it leads you to this character called Thoth.
The ancient Egyptian deity associated with wisdom, magic, and writing is a central figure in both historical and esoteric traditions. In the realm of the occult, Thoth is revered, not just as a god of knowledge, but also as a master of mystical arts, embodying the convergence of divine communication and magical practice.
And the emerald tablets of Thoth are literally mind-changing and mind-blowing, just because you understand when this was written and the terminology being used is far too accurate for now.